I'm Bart Lubinski. I'm with months.If. We are on site of a customer today to do a tank test. We do this on an annual basis to our customers that we monitor their tank and actually provide services of providing them a winter fuel, maintaining their tank so that they have no problems during the winter. I'm actually out of our Green Bay office. I manage the transport department, and this is one of the customers that we have throughout the state. So this is something that we do for our multiple customers, different locations. I chose this one because it's an underground tank, a lot easier to, I'll show you how it's done on an underground tank than an above ground. So one of the first things I'm going to do, you can notice I already opened up the tank. I'm going to stick the tank to water using a water paste on a stick, and then from there we'll go with pulling samples from the tank. Collapsible sticks on my truck. I'm just going to put some water paste on the stick about 3 inches up, just to make sure that I don't have a lot of moisture in there. I'm suspecting that I'm probably going to show a little bit of moisture. Almost all tanks have some moisture in it, which is common. So I wouldn't be surprised that I'm going to have some moisture. I put it up there just in case there's a lot. The paste, you can see, is kind of a rusty brown. If there's any water in the tank, it's going to show up as a lime green. So at this point, I'm going to go put it inside the tank. You always want to make sure you're in the bottom of the tank because they have a different device in there called a check valve, so you can't overfill a tank. So let the sticks it in there with the water paste on for 30 seconds to a minute. You can see by the water or the fuel line in the tank here that I have approximately 42 to 43 inches of product in the tank. It's probably about half full. And you can tell on the paste here that there's no water in the tank at all, that the paste is indicating. Seeing that it's raining out a little bit, I have some moisture on the water, or on the grass here. You can see where it touched the water, maybe turned to lime green. So that's a good sign that we have no water in the tank, which is good, but I wouldn't have been surprised to see some, just because you get the condensate on an annual basis in tanks. At this point, I'm going to grab a device that we use for actually drawing product out of the tank. I can actually draw a vacuum in the jar and pull product out. I'm going to pull two samples, one maybe a foot or two off the bottom, just to show you what a product should look like. It should be a bright, clear product. And then the second sample I press right on the bottom of the tank to show people that there probably is a little bit of moisture there and always some debris in the bottom of the tank, which isn't alarming, it's kind of standard. First sample is going to be about a foot off the bottom. It's fun trying to find the bottom sometimes because it's a flexible cord. Right about there, I'm a foot off the bottom. Product coming up through the hose, nice and clear. Now, if I was at a customer who used dyed product, this product would actually be tinted red in color, so you know this is a on-road product. So this is what a sample should look like. You can see there's a few bubbles in there, but it's actually kind of a bright, clear product. It's a good-looking sample. A lot of times I'll actually grab a sample like this, put it in a separate jar for the customer and bring it into him and show the customer what it actually looks like. Alright, so I'm going to empty this one out. I'm actually not going to save this for the customer. Dump it right back in the tank. The next sample I'm going to pull is going to be right on the bottom. Again, it's a real nice sample, so it's a good indication that they have a lot of volume that goes through the tank. It's fairly maintained without any issues. So this is really uncommon. When you pull up to a tank and you pull a sample up and dump it out, you normally get a little bit of water and some debris from the bottom of the tank. This time again, may get that for the fact they drop here, so they wash everything from the bottom of the tank. So this is probably the cleanest part of the tank, and that's indicated by the sample. Now this is one of the customers of maybe about 30 or 40 customers that we have on a monitoring system. And because we monitor their tank, we actually take care of the fuel blending during the winter. So we have a monitor on the tank. They don't have to worry about their fuel level at any time of the year. We keep their tank full at all times. Normally in about September, October, because they're on this program, we put a product in the diesel tank, and this tank has probably already been done. It's called a dry tech. Any moisture in the tank, it'll pick it up, it suspends it in the oil, and it actually runs it through your equipment. That's how you get rid of your moisture. If you have a lot of water in there, if I stuck the tank and I found you had 1.5 inches or 2 inches of water, we would pump that water out, or you would have someone pump that water out before you put that additive in. The reason we put the additive in early is so that it's gone before it freezes. Suspended water in oil during the severe cold will actually crystallize, and people think that your filter's plugged because of gelling, but it's actually water freezing in the oil. Your additive's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, but at the wrong time of the year. So we'll normally run this early enough in the year to get rid of the moisture and prep you for winter. Then come winter, we watch the forecast. If we see that it's getting 15, 20 below, we'll actually blend your product heavy enough with number 2 or our diesel SureFlow additive to make sure that you don't have any problems during the winter months. We do this automatically. We meet with you beforehand just to let you know what we do, how we do it, make sure it's to your liking, and then from there it's up to us, and we'll take care of you to make sure you have a trouble-free winter. So we appreciate the business that we have for customers like this, and we strive our best to take care of them.